Hello everybody, this is Rusher Imposter here with some marvelous news from the planet Kerbin. The Kerbals have finally managed to fund their own space program, and we will be the headliners in this act, making sure that they reach the moon and the planets in the furthest reaches of their solar system. So let's get started here. Start new game. Obviously, and I hope this is obvious to you, but we gotta name this Kerbals in space. And for our inaugural flag, what other than a picture of the fine planet from whence we started, Kerbin. So, for those of you who do not know what Kerbal Space Program is, which could very well be a great number of you, for all I know, Kerbal Space Program is a space simulator in which you aid the tiny, intelligent, yet somewhat naive Kerbals in reaching their goal of space. So let's go to the... I don't know what to call it, but, you know, look at this. There's the moon. This is your first objective. And you slowly scroll out, and holy wow, you can go all the way out to the farthest reaches of the known Kerbal universe, i.e. Elu. Zoom in, it looks like ice cream. So obviously one day we want to reach there, but that is not happening anytime soon. So, I say the first thing we do is we go build a spaceship. Because if we don't build a spaceship, what kind of astronauts are we? So, first things first, I think, this is just me thinking, we should probably build an unmanned spaceship. We don't want to risk Kerbal's lives before we even know what's up there. So we'll see about getting into orbit, and if we can get a proper orbit on a satellite, then, yeah, maybe we'll do something else, you know, something interesting. So, first we gotta choose a cockpit. Obviously want it unmanned for the first time, so let's choose a light energy usage one. This one, or there's that one. Let's go with this one. This will be our... I broke the game. Oh, okay. Get rid of that. Yeah, I broke the game. Wow, that's big. Anyway. Okay, this is the one we want to start with. Easy peasy. Propulsion. So first and foremost, and this episode will probably just end up being building a spaceship and the launch. Maybe I'll be able to show you getting it to actually orbit. I don't know. So this will be the final stage, you gotta think. So we want to find a... Well, that's a little too big. Perfect. 2 of these fuel tanks, and a... You know what, yeah. This will be an unmanned satellite, obviously. I mean, we're not reaching the farthest reaches of the universe yet. So next, now that we have it there, we should decouple it. Have a decoupler down there that hides it and makes it so there's another stage down here in the bottom right corner. Now, how do we... So now there's more to do. Like, we need a second stage to get us out of the Earth's atmosphere, obviously. I mean, come on. How are you gonna get out if you don't, you know, aren't able to get out? Just looking for... Here it is. The 3-way splitter. This allows me to attach 3 fuel tanks, and thereby 3 different engines as well. So let's start. Back to propulsion. 3s, so it can actually place all 3 right away. Nice, nice. Let's go up here. You have to grab it by the cockpit to actually make it go. this was the type we used last. So let's use something a little stronger. The mainsails are too big. Skippers, basically any of the Rocco Max are too big. But, what about this one? Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. So now we need to... This is a very, very basic spacecraft, mind you. Like, this might not even make it to the outside. Wow, try again. No, it might not even make it to the out of the atmosphere, for all I know. I've played a little bit of this game, not much. I know. Test my games before playing them on the channel. No, I refuse. These struts, I think I'm going to use to connect these engines, because, you know, holding the engines together seems like a good plan, right? I don't like how that's, like, shaped. Okay, so... Can I... There we go. This angular snap there. There we go. This is definitely not going to look perfect, but it's our first spacecraft, and I'm sure as we go into the farther reaches of space, that we will definitely get more advanced spaceships, and be more properly prepared after our first space launch. Because admittedly, these are Kerbals. Come on, guys. Like, we could tell them, we could give them an ice cream cone and tell them it's a spacecraft and they'd believe us. We gotta be nice to these guys. They're not the brightest. Even though this guy right here, he looks very intelligent. Anyway, information on Kerbal Space Program. It's available on Steam right now. I believe it's $22? Something like that? I don't know. $22 at the time of recording, I'm going to say. Oops. Clicking outside the window like an idiot. Okay. Next, we should probably have some kind of control module. Right? Like that. And... let's go to the science-y stuff. Measuring local acceleration. Barometer. Put one of those on. Negative. Used for determining the precise strength of gravitational fields. I think one of these would be useful. This is obviously a science vessel. It's unmanned. It's going to be transmitting data back to us here on Kerbal. And since we're not planning to go far out of the atmosphere, I feel that a small antenna would be beneficial. Just a small one. We don't need a super long distance transmitter yet. Yet. Until we have ourselves orbiting the entire friggin' universe. Which we will. I swear to God. And... we're gonna have this orbiting indefinitely. So I figure, instead of... one sec, let me get that ready. Instead of putting a parachute, I think we should just put an aerodynamic nose cone. Perfect. Looks good. And also, we should probably have... where are they? Is this it? Here? No. Oh, we should probably have some batteries on this thing, considering we're using an electronic device for power, for piloting and transmitting, right? Just a couple of those. There we go. That's much better. Now, there's also these. These? For every space that really needs an RCS thruster. Reaction Systems has created the... yeah, okay, these are called reaction thrusters. They work with the piloting module that I installed to keep our, for lack of a better word, vehicle on course and pointing straight up. Now, this is our vessel. What should we... oh wait, forgot one more thing. We're also going to have, change this to triple, launch stability enhancers. This will make sure that on launch, our spacecraft doesn't just have to launch off straight ground. That's why it's slightly elevated. That's actually too elevated. Let's just bring it down a little. Maybe a little more. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, now we have to divide these stages properly. So, new stage, take our 3 engines igniting, and drag and drop them there. So our 3 engines will ignite. Then, these will release, letting us launch. Our next stage will activate when these engines run out of fuel. It'll decouple right here, and let this engine take control, and then our final stage will be to launch that engine to give us the extra propulsion we'll need to affect our orbit when we get into space, inevitably. And what do we name this other than the Kerbal S1? Yep, we're gonna spell it exact. You know what? 1. Kerbal S1. Easy peasy. So let's save it. And let's get ready to launch our first vehicle into space. Here we are, the launch pad, where the magic happens. Give it a moment, it is laggy at start. Okay, so, first, ignite engines. Good. Okay. Ignite. That is loud. Throttle up. And release. Full throttle. Turn on the automatic piloting to keep it straight. And here we go into space, ladies and gentlemen. This is a momentous day for Kerbals everywhere. It seems that we're going straight up. Check the map. Holy crap, those thrusters are loud. I'm going to have to adjust that in a minute. Actually, I'm going to do that right now because that is even bugging me. Okay, there was a little bit of a pause there. But our spacecraft, or our window that we are operating out of, it was acting up a little. Here we go. So far, so good. We're going at a stable speed. The stabilizers on our ship seem to be working fine. I'm going to up the time warp a little. Warning, using physics can affect structural stability. Okay. So that was just saying that time warp can affect the structural integrity of your ship. But whatever, who cares? Go fast. Gotta go fast. We are at 250 meters per second, 300 at 9,000 feet. I'd say we're doing good. Map, what are we looking like so far? So we are launching straight up into orbit. Turning the time warp back down. Gonna check our orbit, because we... Oh, what happened? Did we run out of fuel? Yeah, we did. Okay, divide and launch. Throttle. Throttle, please. Please? Oh, this is not good. I think there might have been a malfunction with our engines, guys. It won't ignite. Well, this has been a day in Kerbal history. We attempted to launch a satellite. It did not work. We do not have any fuel. Well, we have fuel, but it's not igniting the engine properly. Kerbals everywhere. This is a very sad day. We're going to activate our time warp and just let what happens happen. We are falling back down to Earth at an incredible pace. I did not prepare for this situation, and we are all doomed. I am sorry, Kerbals everywhere. I apologize, this is my fault, no one else's. Our satellite is going to crash. It's inevitable. It's landing in the middle of the ocean. And I, Roster Imposter, take full responsibility. Splash down in 3, 2, 1. It is a sad day in Kerbal history, everybody. Let's see what went wrong. Blah, blah, blah. Splash down. It won't tell me what went wrong. But this is a sad day in Kerbal history, everybody. This is Roster Imposter saying, maybe I'm not cut out to be a space captain. We shall try again another time, and perhaps we shall put actual Kerbals in, not only in space, but on the moon. This is Roger Imposter from the planet Kerbal, telling you, keep her classy, and thank you very much for watching.